Happy Halloween and welcome to my spooktacular review of SmackDown, which took place tonight in Salt Lake City, Utah. They say everyone is entitled to one good scare, and while SmackDown was not scary tonight in the good way, it was scary in the bad way because the show was really bad. And I think that's due to the fact that WWE has a lot of competition. It's Halloween night. Parents are taking out their kids to go trick-or-treating. And also you have a lot of younger people going to Halloween parties. People are busy. They go out. It's also Friday night. And there just so happens to be this game on TV right now, as I speak, called the World Series, and it's Game 6. So the heavy competition resulted in WWE throwing in the towel basically tonight, because when you put the MFT on TV, you know your ratings are going down, but that's not unusual for WWE, as SmackDown's ratings have not been good at all, to say the least. In fact, that's the one good scare WWE has got this year. Now, WWE usually always celebrates Halloween to the fullest, but they didn't do it on Tuesday when we didn't get a Halloween Havoc themed show for NXT, which I'm still a little salty about. Also, we got no trick-or-treat fights. I know people don't like it. They don't like seeing a jack-o'-lantern thrown onto a wrestler's head, but I always find it a little funny. It's campy, it's Halloween, it's a throwback show, it's a laid-back show. Why not just celebrate it? What's wrong with it? It's wrestling. But we did get a Halloween-themed show. The set was really good tonight, and I have to say that, so I'll get to that in a bit. I wrote this down. I wanted to say this. Here's a little fact you did not know. You actually may have known. I don't know. But this connects the world of professional wrestling, WWE, to horror. Both The Undertaker and Kane were both heavily inspired by Michael Myers from the Halloween movies. The Undertaker said so during that Stone Cold podcast, and I believe Jim Cornette confirmed that Kane was also inspired by that character. Another major inspiration we also have to give credit to is, of course, Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th movies. So I wanted to bring that up. WWE and horror movies have a lot of common fans. I think it surprised some people, and there's actually a lot of overlap when it comes to some of the characters being inspired by horror. Also, WWE, with their relationship with the Big 12, had to heavily promote the Utah versus Cincinnati game, which is tomorrow. I mean, you would think it's Michigan versus Ohio State or something. I don't know. But they promoted the hell out of it. The Big 12 better be paying them big bucks right now. So we see some wrestlers arriving. They show Nia Jax coming out, and she's wearing a Bearcats jersey, and they're the road team. People booed. And then we see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair arriving, and they're wearing Utah jerseys. Everyone cheers. To start the show off, they had the announcers talking, and then Tiffany Stratton comes in behind them, gets in the ring as the commentators are talking. Tiffany is there, and we see the stage first when Tiffany's in the ring, by the way. But she calls out Jade. Nick Aldis comes out, tries to calm her down. Then Jade comes out, and I think Jade, when she came out, actually not when she came out, but before when she came into the arena, she was actually wearing a Punisher costume, which was cool. But Jade's just wearing her just all leather right now. Her and Tiffy go at it. Tiffy wants to go after her, but security grabs Tiffy and lifts her in the air to stop her. And the whole story is Tiffany has her her knee taped up after what Jade did to her, which I missed. By the way, I didn't talk about it last week. So Tiffany has to lose tomorrow. I just think Jade did better win. Man, if Jade loses, she's done. So the Big Tron was back, and we got a whole bunch of Halloween decorations. First, actually, you had on the big LED screen, you had a big pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern on the LED screen, and also you had two spiders, which looked really cool. For decorations, there's a bunch of pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, whatever you want to call it, on both sides. There's also tombstones, and they had a traditional tombstone, but also a cross tombstone. And we had a whole bunch of caskets. No Undertaker, but you did have a lot of caskets. You had cemetery gates. You had haunted houses, mini haunted houses, I noticed. And you also had a whole bunch of skeletons set up on the side barricades near the entrance ramp. And there was also a whole bunch of spider webs. I noticed a lot of that. And there were spider webs on the announce booth with toys or toy spiders on the announce booth, which was cool. So they decorated a lot for Halloween, which I liked. I guess they just used the same stuff they had for Halloween Havoc, which took place this past Saturday. So we may as well just save the same stuff and use it for SmackDown. But I love the Halloween setup. This was probably one of the best stages of the year, and that's kind of sad because it's SmackDown, but it was actually one of my favorite stages. It looked really good, so it's really in the Halloween spirit, so I appreciate that. Kind of makes up for NXT this past Tuesday. So Ilya Dragunov was out, and he's, of course, doing the U.S. Open Challenge. We go backstage, and Motor City Machine Guns are talking to R-Truth, who is dressed as Santa Claus. He's talking to them. He thinks it's Christmas. Loved it, man. That is classic R-Truth. Getting Halloween confused with Christmas, dressing up as Santa Claus. How could you not love R-Truth? Unfortunately, that loser Solo Sikoa goes up to the MFT, calls them Harry Potter or something because they're nerds. What a loser. Solo sucks. They challenge the MFT. The Guns do. Unfortunately, we have to watch a fucking MFT match. My God. Man, USA better be pissed, man. Putting the MFT on TV, I mean, you may as well just do a giant commercial break. Oh, God, MFT, they suck. So, Fraxium seemingly answers the challenge Nathan Frazier that is for Ilya Dragunov, but Ciampa comes out to stop it. Ilya responds. He gets on the mic, gives the challenge to Frazier because he comes out first. He calls Ciampa a jackass, and we get Ilya Dragunov and Nathan Frazier, U.S. Open Challenge. So I also want to say this. I love the Halloween-themed graphics with the pumpkins and the tombstones. It actually looks great. And they showed, I think it was the Alexa Bliss Nia Jax graphic, and I thought that was cool. And there's also spider webs, and it's all dark. I like the graphics. I wanted to point out. I wrote that down. Ilya retains in a thriller, they say, I think. But DIY attacks them. Then Axiom comes out. It was an all-out brawl. Whatever, it is fine. At least they have the tag team division in the U.S. Open Challenge. Fine, they'll have good matches. Ilya can have great matches with DIY, with the Guns, with Fraxium. That's like 6 matches right there. It'll all be great if they get time. So backstage, they're still fighting. The Tama Tonga goes up to Ilya, grabs the U.S. title, seemingly challenges him. And I hate the MFT, but Tama Tonga is very good. So Tama Tonga, Ilya Dragunov, all down for that. That's a good match. Kit Wilson's out next. He faces Carmelo Hayes. This match better be quick. Kit Wilson, man, you're just dying. That's a ratings disaster. Kit Wilson. So match is quick. Miz is under the ring. Hayes still wins anyways. Miz hits a skull-crushing finale. I'm so sick of the Miz. Nothing much else to say. But I also did see on his Instagram he's dressed up as Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies with his kids. I hope his kids don't watch that. They might be scarred for life. But that was actually pretty cool by Miz. So Kathy Kelly, I have to talk about her. I have to. It's Kathy. But she's doing an interview. She's interviewing Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, but that's not the big story with Kathy. She actually was dressed up as Rhea Ripley on her social media channels. She was not dressed up as Rhea here. She's dressed in a red dress, which she looks amazing in, as she's interviewing Alexa Bliss and Charlotte ahead of Alexa's match with Nia. But when Kathy was dressed as Rhea Ripley, holy fuck. That is a 10 out of 10. That is one of the sexiest women alive, seeing those photos. Oh my God. Why can't you just let her do it? It would have been awesome. People would have loved it. It's a tribute to Rhea. That would have been great. But you have to see those photos. That woman is, oh my God. Anyway, when Kathy's interviewing Alexa, who's in the match, she says she doesn't have time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to bring this up first. Before she's doing it, I brought this up with Alexa. She was on her X account. She responded to someone saying, I think it's a fan account, asking what she was going to do for a cosplay. She used to always do cosplays for Halloween in her earlier years. But she said she was too busy picking out a costume for her baby daughter, Hendrix. So no Alexa Bliss cosplay tonight. It was her regular gear. But in the past, Alexa has actually cosplayed as Chucky from the Child's Play movies, Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. And by the way, I wanted to mention this. The man who plays Freddy, Robert Englund, just got his start on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So congrats to him, Freddy. That's really cool. And Alexa's also cosplayed as Wednesday from the Addams Family. And I guess that's more well known for the Netflix show called Wednesday, which I've never seen, but I hear it's really good. So she's done a lot of cosplays. Unfortunately, she has to do a cosplay for her daughter for her Halloween costume. So we didn't get that tonight. But hey, I love seeing Alexa anyways. So there's a lot going on in the world of horror, it seems. There's that It TV series. There's a trailer for Scream 7. So There's a lot going on if you like horror movies like I do. Anyways, Nia was out next, and for the interview, Alexa was just talking about the match. Charlotte's there as well before their match with Nia. It was just a standard interview they had with Nia at Kathy. All three look great, by the way. Alexa looks great. And Charlotte, I don't know what she was wearing. It's like, I was thinking, does she have like blood on her breasts or something? I don't know what Charlotte was wearing. I don't know. But Alexa did not have a cosplay, unfortunately. So, Nia's out next. We come back from the break. Sammy's in Aldous' office. Cody walks in. Sammy stares at the belt. He's the new Randy. I don't know. Cody briefly talks to Aldous. I just feel like I've seen this a million times this year. I don't know. So Alexa Bliss is out next to a big pop with Charlotte Flair accompanying her, and we get Alexa Bliss against Nia Jax. Nia attacks her early on, getting the heat. These two really don't click. That WrestleMania 34 match they had was no good. Watching the match, I actually appreciate the orange color scheme I see on the stage in contrast to the SmackDown blue. So the finish comes as Nia shoves Charlotte on the outside. So Charlotte responds by distracting Nia. She's on the top rope going for Annihilator. Alexa kicks her off the turnbuckle, then rolls her up and pins her. Not a good match. Alexa's been having decent matches, but yeah, Nia and Alexa it doesn't click. That WrestleMania match is no good. So that should tell you something. I heard they were always good friends, but I don't know if they still are. So backstage, MFT confronts Rey Fenix, and actually he confronts them. He challenges Tonga, and it just sucks. I don't know. I don't give a shit. They plug the WrestleMania 42 trailer. We have a Damian Priest video promo on Aleister Black. To me, what he was saying is they have to be teasing Lola Vice. She has to be coming up next. That everything would look like, all right, Lola's coming. Everything Priest is saying, she has to come up next and take on Zelina Vega for Damian Priest. I think she's coming. I really do. He wishes us all a happy Halloween, as I wished everyone watching this video. The announcers preview Saturday night's main event. Backstage in his office, Nick Aldis talks to Tiffany Stratton regarding her knee injury. Kiana James and Julia walk in. They kind of mock Tiffy. They think she's going to lose her belt tomorrow. And then Chelsea Green, dressed up as Wonder Woman, I believe, if maybe not, but I think it's Wonder Woman, and Elba Fire walk in, and Chelsea wants a match with Julia. Julia is kind of dismissive. And then Nikki Cross randomly appears. So I guess Julia and Chelsea, I'm glad Julia has a new opponent. That might be a good opponent for her, and it might work. Okay, I have to mention this. I sound like a goon or something. I'm not, but judging by the Instagram pic she posted, Chelsea Green and Kathy Kelly must be having a contest, because Chelsea Green once again posted some thirst pics, and she showed her ass, and oh my god, Chelsea Green. Wow. Her costume, her and Kathy Kelly have to be having a contest. There's no other explanation, because, yeah, they really rocked. And Lola Vice, by the way, she had a good one too, if you saw that. But, wow, Chelsea Green. Anyway, the ratings killer, the complete opposites of Kathy Kelly and Chelsea Green's Instagram pics, which got a whole bunch of views. The guy who gets no views and kills the ratings every week for SmackDown. Solo Sikoa and his MFT were out next, and they suck. So they actually showed footage when he came back from break of the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Utah Utes mascots facing off, and I guess the Utah one wins when he hits the people's elbow, and they're having a match before the show. I hope Big 12 is paying WWE big bucks for the stuff. So we get MFT and Motor City Machine Guns. As I said, they're going up against the World Series. It's Halloween night. They're not trying to put this match on TV by thinking it's going to gain a lot of viewers. They had one of the best stages of the year. I have to say that, looking at it. That's all I want to say. All good I can say, but they're putting the MFT. You know it's going to suck. You know no one's going to watch. And it's like, Tom and Tong is good, and JC Mateo is good, but it's the MFT and their solos group, and it's just awful. So, yeah, they win. Unfortunately, MFT wins. Guns lose again. They attack them after the match. Rey Fenix comes out. He gets his ass kicked. Nakamura comes out. He also gets his ass kicked. Tala Chunga chokeslams him. Fire that Nepo baby Solo, man. That guy fucking sucks. Fuck Solo Sikoa. The worst part of WWE right now. Backstage, Drew talks to Nick Aldis in his office. Then the announcers preview next week's SmackDown. Nick Aldis is in the ring to preside over the contract signing. Cody, who's wearing an orange suit, comes out first, and then Drew comes out. They go over some stipulations. It's just so dumb. It makes Cody look like the dumbest fucking babyface. Drew, coaches him into signing the contract that if Cody gets DQ'd or counted out, he loses his belt. I'm thinking Cody agrees to it. What a fucking stupid babyface. This is like the dumbest fucking retard low IQ babyface I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, Cody goes on about how him and Drew left, which he's talked about leaving a million times in his promos. Drew mentions Cody's daughters. Cody attacks Drew, but he gets away. Drew sneaks back in the ring, hits a Claymore kick, and powerbombs Cody through the announce booth to end SmackDown, which was not a good show at all. Yeah. As I said, we all know the reasons. Halloween night, World Series. Yeah, too much competition. WWE didn't care. They have Saturday's main event tomorrow night, so we'll see if there's a Game 7, because they're going to get killed if they have to go up against head-to-head with Game 7. So they probably hope the Blue Jays win tonight, which as of right now, they're down. So it looks like it's going to be Game 7 tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that was SmackDown, Halloween-themed SmackDown. I love the Halloween aspect of the show. I love the Halloween decorations. I love the sets. That was cool. The show was scary, but in a bad way, because it was really scary how bad it was. Yeah, it was not good. MFT sucks. I hate them anyway. Hope everyone enjoyed Halloween. Thank you for watching this video. And once again, happy Halloween. Trick or treat.